So revision of meetings. 173. Venki, come on, listen. 173. How many meetings has to be conducted? Board meetings. First year.
5.
Okay, 1 within 30 days plus 4. What is the maximum time gap?
120.
Okay, 120 days is the maximum time gap. For Section 8 company, what is the how many meetings? How many meetings? Okay, 2 half yearly. Section 8 company 90 days kadave kedai. Only a small company that 90 days time gap is there. Section 8 company it's specifically excluded. Okay, small company, dormant company, 2 in a year, 1 in each half year. 90 days time gap should be there. What are the things cannot be transacted in video conferencing? Okay, signing of financial statement, discussion of board report, prospectus, expansion decisions. Okay, amalgamation, expansion decisions and all cannot be done. Then taking note of that audit committee, okay, recommendations. Then notice to be given. Notice. How many days will be? 7 days notice. At least one independent director has to participate. If not, ratification. Okay, it should be ratified by the independent director. 174 quorum. Come on, tell me. What's quorum? What is quorum? Okay. 1/3 or 2, whichever is higher. If it should not include what? Interested director should not be there. For counting 1/3, who should be excluded from that? Vacancy directors. The director's vacancy should be excluded. So for example, 10 directors is the total in the company. 2 directors resigned last month. So 8 into 1/3 only you should calculate. Then the person sitting there should not be counted. That person should be eligible to be counted. Means one person who is participating in the board meeting, means who is there in the board meeting. In the board meeting there may be 4 discussion. Out of the 4 discussion, one he may be interested. For that one alone, he should be excluded from the quorum. So quorum has to be seen transaction by transaction. Okay. Next. If there is no quorum, the meeting will be adjourned. Next week, same day, same place, same time and all. Okay. If it is national holiday, next day. But sir, because of adjournment, if the 4th meeting is getting adjourned, whether it will be counted that I have completed the 4 meetings, if it is held within the next 7 days. Sir, whether I should give a separate notice for second meeting, means like the adjourned meeting? Okay, whether adjourned meeting will be counted as one more meeting in the next year? No. Whether I can have a board meeting on a national holiday? I can have a board meeting on a national holiday question.
No.
Urgent board meeting should not happen in national holiday. Whether I can have a board meeting on a national holiday? Act does not specifically tells anything, but what labor laws and all, it prescribe not to have any on this thing. Circular resolution can be done for anything except transaction requires 179. Then 176. Defects in appointment will not make the act invalid. Whatever done before will not be. Whatever done after may be. Okay. Then what next? 177. Audit committee. Applicability 10. Paid up capital 10/150. Okay. What is the duty also? To know. Related party alone, what they have given for related party? Okay, 1 crore omnibus approval. See, whenever you are reading these sections 173, 174 and audit committee, immediately LODR also you should refer, because meeting la, if it is a listed company, board meeting mandatorily one independent director should participate. At least here ratification and all allowed. Then quorum for that listed company 3 they have given.
Not 2.
Instead of 2 it's given 3 la. You keep remembering all those things. Then minimum number of director also for listed company they are now 5. Normal company 149 la 3 la. Listed company la, as per LODR it's 5, right? You remember? Sir, LODR, apdiya. Is it so? See, extensive we studied. Maybe the number of hours is 60. I don't know why the teachers are taking 130, 140, 200 hours and all. Number of hours is very less. Okay. But we have covered everything. Maybe I am not telling some stories. They used to tell stories and all, right? Okay, RR. See, you might have gone for, see, so many students, 850 students will go for SFM class for 190 hours, 210 hours. 800 students will go for DT class for 220 hours. Mark enna? Question mark. Mark the question mark. So it's not about the number of hours. Person would have studied 65 hours in class also, he would have scored more than 60. With obviously some self-study of 60 hours. See, can you tell that, sir, I am going for 180 hours class. So this person would have gone for 180 hours for FR class. Can you tell that I am ready for examination? Chanceless. Now, his theory subjects is going to be pending. Another 100 hours he is going to spend for self-study, for FR. That is the reason is theory. You are auditing class. Now, that is going to be pending. Actually speaking, auditing is most difficult than FR. Because FR la, everyone will write the same answer. Only one answer you can write. 1 plus 1 is equal to 2. Even if you put or even if he put, if it's 2. But auditing la, each and every paper answer will be different. You cannot write the same wordings. I'm damn sure about it. Each paper is different. So we should stick on to the institute wordings. Auditing is the most difficult. It is going to be the pulling paper for aggregate. Nariya peru aggregate ponadhu karanam. The reason aggregate gone because of auditing. And second group, this time it is because of DT. Aggregate pochi. People passed in subjects and failed in aggregates. I have seen. Each time one paper will be the pulling paper. One paper will be the pushing paper. This time SFM is the difficult paper, plus law is also difficult paper. Auditing, never it is easy. For the person who didn't study anything, it is easy. Because he can write stories. He will also get 35. But a person who studied a lot and went for examination, he will also get 43. So 35 to 43. That is the problem, auditing. See, 30 marks MCQ. 15-20 marks he will get. The person who studied properly will be confused. Yo, which mark? Sir, almost same, sir, both things. Next, come back. 178, Nomination and Administration Committee and Stakeholder Relationship Committee. Questions rare, I'll ask. 179, powers of board. So, borrowing, investing, granting loans and advances, guarantee, then issuing capital, then calling uncalled capital, signing of financial statements, political contribution, appointment of senior managerial persons and removing them. All those things are allowed. Then they can do delegation with the approval of the board. 3 things they can delegate: investing, borrowing, okay, and granting loans and advances can be delegated. To whom? MD, whole-time director, principal director. MD, whole-time director, principal officer of the branch. Then 180. See, this is how you should revise for the day. I told you, no. How you can revise within 3 hours the entire law. Just close your eyes and tell what is their inside content. I'll tell you, your brain will think so fast, your mouth cannot follow that. See, my handwriting is so bad, because from childhood, my thinking process is fast than my writing process. So, before completing one word, I will go for the next word. I will mix word with word. Okay, என்னோட வேர்ட்ஸ் எல்லாம் ஒரு வேர்டு இன்னொரு வேர்டு மிக்ஸ் ஆயிருக்கும். You will be mixing letters with letters, no? A and D. For me, A and D, THE. And the, I will write together. Some speed எழுதுவேன். And no one can read only. Very, very difficult. If I want to write slow, my thought process will not come. For example, if I want to tell one sloga, okay, if I tell fast only, it will come. If I tell slow, it will not flow. Flow irukadu. And the word miss aidum. கடன்னு சொல்லணும். நான் விஷ்ணு சஹஸ்ரநாமம் ஸ்லோவாக சொன்னேன். ஃபார் எக்ஸாம்பிள், இஃப் ஐ ஃபாலோ MS Subbulakshmi ஃபார் விஷ்ணு சஹஸ்ரநாமம், it will not come only. MS Subbulakshmi should follow me. Otherwise I have to put fast forward 1.25 இதில் வச்சு அடிக்கணும். யூடியூப்பில் கேட்கும்போது 1.25 1.5 அடித்தாதான் கொஞ்சமாக அவங்க என்ன மேட்ச் பண்ணுவாங்க. நான்லாம் 2.25 அடிச்சு இருப்பேன். என் ஸ்பீடு மேட்ச் பண்ணுறது கஷ்டம். பிகாஸ் நோ, we have to complete the சஹஸ்ரநாமா within 18 minutes. She will tell 45 minutes. நமக்குலாம் ஒரு டைம், எங்கே டைம் இருக்குது? அதர்வைஸ் ஐ cannot tell only 18 minutes. From my start from my home, by reaching here I should have completed. அது 18 minutes டைம். இந்த டைமுக்குள்ளே I should complete. I used to tell almost daily. Unless otherwise I have some mind வேறு ஏதோ திங்க் பண்ணி தான் I will tell. Once I start, it will flow automatically. அது மாதிரி law sections and all கண்ணமுன்னா it should come in front of you, it should come. That is the reason you should read only one book. Don't read multiple books. Bar Act, ஏம் புக்கு, அந்த புக்கில் வச்சுருந்தா it will not come. Read only one book. That book should be there. அப்படியே கண்ணமுன்னா கண்ணுக்குள்ளே நீதானே. Okay, so that book should come in front of you. Top corner, left hand side, first paragraph on the word. Put Control F, it will come. இதெல்லாம் வந்துட்டு it takes some time to understand, but next come back. So section 180, restrictions. What are restrictions? Sale of undertaking. What is undertaking? 20% of the net worth invested. Okay. Then wholly or substantially? Substantially means 20%. Then investing the profits. Then buyback. Then buyback how much percentage? 25. Beyond 10. Okay. 179 we have 10. Borrowings beyond aggregate of the paid up capital, free reserves. Excluding temporary borrowings. Because temporary borrowings is done in 179 itself. But 179 is not allowed for என்ன loans? அட பாவி. Cash credit is allowed, which is not allowed. Sir, short term loans, how much ever you want you can take in 179 itself, because it is excluded from that aggregate limit. But one loan, even though it is short term, it is not allowed. இல்ல vehicle loan, and the term loan இருக்குல்ல, vehicle kind of asset loan, fixed asset loan, even though I am going to repay within 1 year, that should not be considered as a temporary loan. Sir, listen. If I want to borrow, I should see whether it is within the 100% limit or not. 100% of the paid up capital, free reserve security, within that limit. If it is within the limit, even term loan I can borrow. If it is outside the limit, working capital I can borrow. Demand loan I can borrow. But that demand loan should not be included for the purchase of capital asset. Can you able to understand? Sir, that I am going to purchase from banks or finance institution. That is the question mark. See, if you read that line, so many question marks will be there. And the party, and the section 179 180. In our book, I have given so many internal things. So the capital irka, whether it's there in our book, plant and machinery, from where? From banks and finance institution, only from finance institution? From bank it's given. புக்கு கொடுறா, நான் சொல்கிறேன். சரி, ஓகே, பார்த்து. See, working capital loan from a finance institution, private finance institution like Cholamandalam, etc., that should not be considered as a working capital loan. That means it should be treated like a term loan purpose. So for that exclusion, it should not include. Then temporary loan taken from banks for buying plant and machinery should not be treated as a day-to-day operation loan. Even you can add financial institution also. Banks and financial institution you can add.
Plant machinery can be extended for any other capital asset or just plant?
According to me, any capital asset. It is in capital expenditure nature. And the word, and the second line part.
Okay.
So working capital purpose you can take. See, this is very good point. You please remember this point. Then section 1981 charity 5%, beyond that ordinary resolution, average net profit 5%. Then 182 political contribution, no limits. Who cannot give political contribution? Government company, less than 3 years company. 183 defense, how much ever you account you can give. 184 interested director should disclose his interest and he should not participate. MBP 1 private limited company they can disclose but they can participate. Then section 8 company up to 1 lakh they can. Very good ra. This is what brilliant student. Adukulla. You should go inside. Next 185 loans. Okay, to directors. Loans includes loans, guarantee, okay, book debts, everything. Okay. Then they have told body corporate to body corporate is possible by passing special resolution, even though they are related. But you cannot give loan to an individual. Okay, directors or their relatives, you cannot give loans. Then you should charge minimum rate of interest. That is there in 186. Okay, you should charge minimum rate of interest, RBI rate of interest, it has mentioned. Then see, normal body corporate, I can just pass board resolution, but 100% voting should be there. On 186 they told unanimous resolution. Okay, so any loan or investment you should make with all the board of directors approval only. See, there are companies where one director is in India, another director is in abroad. They will not attend all the board meetings itself. First of all, board meeting is necessary. So, circular resolution is not allowed. Board meeting is necessary. But video conferencing can also be allowed. But if you are doing video conferencing, it should be recorded and minuted. Okay. Better you minute the video conferencing than just recording, because corruption can happen. Okay. Another thing is vacation section. That person may be vacating the office because he has not attended all the board meetings in last 12 months. So this and all you should be very careful when you are doing audit of a company. No one will see all these things. See, simply they will tell what 4 days is minutes date. Sir, 167 you should vacate because one director only in India, another director is always in abroad. So how can you would have participated in meetings? Give me the proof that he has participated in the meeting. Show me his passport entry in India. Okay. Danny, where is the entry? Illegal immigrant. Okay. Obviously record. It should be minuted. Hey, nada, you know something, the minutes book should be continuous. Like no previous minutes, the next minute should be numbered. 276th meeting of the company, 277th meeting of the company. From the day one, it should be numbered. But no private company is doing this numbering system. Company secretary also will not explain all those things. See, everyone will pass one day charter accountant. But what makes you a legend after some time is the eager towards learning. Should keep on learning. There is no exam after that. That's all. You will not be writing examination. But if you want to shine in your company, if you want to prove yourself in the company, then you should keep on learning. Something or other you should know better than others. You should be expert in some areas like tax, law, some areas you should be expert. I started learning because of that. Ultimately, I started teaching also. But I started learning Because I want to be updated. So if somebody asks me GST, I don't know. I will clearly tell I don't know, because that is not my cup of tea. In my area, I am king. Because you cannot be king in every areas. Okay, Mari, you have one subject. Most of my law students, they will tell what? Sir, law. Second is DT. Should be get in law, second DT. You should become a walking dictionary. Da. Ask anything in law, I will tell. And you have to connect with something else also. Inge. Okay, next. Section 187. Investment to be held in own name. Otherwise, you have to keep the register in MBP4 and write that reasons. Generally, beneficial interest and all, they will be keeping in others' name. A Ben form has to be filed. Then 188, related party transaction. They have told what are the transactions A, B, C, D. Purchase and sales of goods and materials, properties, leasing, services, agents, holding ops or place of profit, then underwriting. Then they have given 10% or 100 crores, whichever is less. 10% of the net worth. First one is turnover, second one is net worth. If it is property, it is net worth. Then leasing, both turnover and net worth. Okay. Then holding ops or place of profit, for director even over and above 1 rupee, for relative 2.5 lakhs per month. Okay. Then what is exempted from this arms and transaction is totally exempted. Okay, from 188. Then 189. Register of related party transaction. Both 184 and 188 has to be maintained here. Then 190, contract with that MD. So you should have a written contract. What is his duties, liabilities, etc. That contract should be there. Then, see, that is the reason if the question comes like, can MD resign just like that? Directors can resign just like that by giving a resignation letter to the board of directors. They can resign. But MD has a contract, no. So he has to follow the contract terms. Next. 191, compensation for loss of office. When you need not compensate a person? One third of the shares has been purchased, or this company becomes subsidiary of another company. And he only facilitates that, basically. Then 192, non-cash transaction. You have to get what resolution? Ordinary resolution. Before that, you should get registered valuation. Done by whom? Registered valuer. Mentioned in section 247. In the spontaneity, that is Krishnan students. 247, we are connecting fraction of a second. That's what it is. Section 193. Within how many days you should file with ROC? 15 days. 15 days. 196. Appointment of MD. What is the minimum age?
21 years.
Maximum age 70. If I am going to appoint without special resolution, I have to get permission from central government by passing ordinary resolution. Okay. Then எனக்கு பிரம்மா யாரும் அந்த பேட்ச் ஸ்டூடெண்ட்ஸ் கூப்பிட்டு வரணும். நான் வந்துடுவேன் சார், என் ஃப்ரெண்ட்ஸ்லாம் வர மாட்டாங்க சார்ன்றியா? எஃப்ஆர் கிளாஸ்லாம் என்ன ஈவினிங் இருக்குது எஃப்ஆர் கிளாஸு? அப்புறம் அதெல்லாம் வருவாங்க, நீ சொல்லு. டா Section 196(6)liye we have the MR2 form to be filed. Then 197. Okay, remuneration. How much percentage for MD? 5%. Whole time directors. All the best.
Thank you so much.
Papa, bye. MD plus whole time director 10%. MD whole time director plus directors. Only directors. MD plus director. 6%. If you want to exceed up to 11% by passing ordinary resolution. Schedule 5, when I will go? If this amount is not enough, I will go for Schedule 5. Schedule 5, previously they were telling central government. Now there is no central government involved. Whatever you want to do, you pass special resolution. So Schedule 5 are limits, negative to 5 crores.
60 lakhs.
5 crores to 100 crores.
80 lakhs.
84. 100 crores to 250 crores. 120 lakhs. More than 250 crores. 120 lakhs plus 0.01% over and above 250 crores. So that 0 to 5 and all, what is that? Effective capital. What is effective capital?
Paid capital, free reserve,
Minus long term investments and any expenditure to be written off. 198
net profit.
profit calculation. 199 recovery of remuneration. Okay, if you paid in excess, but prior years. 190 we will recover the remuneration if it is paid in the current year. What is the maximum time for recovery? 2 years or 3 years? Should see 197. What is the maximum time for recovery? That's the amendment actually. If you paid in extra, you have to recover that remuneration. There is an amendment. Book la par. There should be, according to me. Two years, it's there. 2 years. What is Srikanth? எல்லாம் நீ மார்க் பண்ணி வச்சுக்க மாட்டியா? எங்கம்மா இருக்கு பேஜ் நம்பர் 106 போடு, ஸ்கெட்ச் பண்ணு. சின்ன வயசு நல்லா பெயிண்டராக இருந்திருப்பான்னு நினைக்கிறேன். அல்டிமா ப்ரொடெக்ட். Now come back. Section 199 recovery of remuneration. Then 200 201 redundant. 202 compensation for loss of office of MD. Tell me. When you can, when you not.
If there is an
Amalgamation, and you got appointed in the amalgamated company, then disqualified, winding up. Okay, he resigns from the amalgamated company. Okay, breach of contracts, anything. Then how much amount you can give normally? Unexpired period multiplied by average remuneration earned in last 3 years. Subject to maximum 3 years. Okay. 203
key management.
appointment of KMP. Who are all KMP? 3 categories are there. First category MD, CEO, manager, in their absence whole time director. Second CS. Third CFO. CS applicability. Any company. Okay, paid up capital 5 crores, but from January 2020 it is private limited company ki 10 crores. Public borrowings from banks ku 100 crores நினைக்கிறேன் இல்ல 100 crores. I told this also. Then one person can be KMP in how many companies? 2 companies full time la. Okay, then these 2 companies should not be இல்ல subsidiary இருக்க கூடாது. If it is subsidiary, no issue. Okay, இல்ல காம்படிஷன் இங்கே வராது, அது SSD. உடனே நான் சொல்லக்கூடாது. Okay, these companies are not subsidiaries based, subsidiary holding companies. The subsidiary holding companies, it is not even considered. So 1 plus subsidiary I can have, plus 1 more company I can have. Okay, so that means 3 companies I can have. Then If I have a chairman, he should not act as a managing director. But it is allowed if the article specifically provides that and the company is having only one business. If they have multiple business, then they should have a MD for each and every business. Then section 204. Okay, audit. Applicability 50 to 50. Then last section 205. Duties of company secretary. They have to maintain the registers, minutes, conduct meetings, etc. Okay, done. So if this 3 chapters, if you revise last 30 marks will come from these chapters. Okay, and MCQ straight 10 marks will come from this chapter. Okay, description another 20 marks will come. 30 marks in packet. So maximum 1.5 hours is the maximum time you should spend for this 30 marks. Okay, in the chapters, if you are confident, then exam can be easily attended. So 1.5 hours is enough for revising these chapters.